Hi there, welcome back. It's Laura at Hyperstamper. I really love this book. This is from 1881. Can you believe it? 1881. And it's still intact. It's called The Nile to Norway. And I absolutely love the cover. It was a little plain. So what I did is I added this beautiful antique postcard from 1911. It was from Berlin to New York. And it's these beautiful pussy willows. Aren't they lovely? I love it. So I just made a little teeny tiny pocket here. And this is antique handmade lace. Look at that, top and bottom. You can even see the little petals here. It's all been tatted and it's exquisite. I love it. And I used only vintage beads here for my bangle. You can remove that. So let me take you on a little journey inside to show you all the authentic and antique vintage pages, and nothing in here is fake, commercial, or digital. It's going in my Etsy shop, hyperstamper.etsy.com. Oh, I just love this. I've had this for years, and I love pussy willows. I grow them here at my home, and so yeah, it's been a very special one, but time to let it go. Original first page. The 1800s had these most beautiful Baroque pages. Look at that. Isn't that lovely? And then I kept the original first pages in here. That's the first plate, the title page. Oh, sorry, it's 1882. I said 1881. It's because it was copyrighted in 1881, which means it's probably a second edition. So just some really fun children's book pages in here. And then this is a 3-pocket tuck here. And I've got a 1936 French almanac page, a 1940s workbook from a school book. Workbook page, and then this is from Black Beauty from the 50s. I just really like it. A flower there made out of all antique paper. This is a vintage Monopoly money, over 50 years old, and you can journal on the back of that too. And all down here, I made another journaling card here out of a 1920s children's book page. A beekeeper on the back, and then there is antique paper there for journaling, and this little vintage glassine stamp collection envelope, and it's got international stamps in here, very old. Somebody had written on the front there. I just love it. I love little vintage glassine envelopes. I'm almost out of them, so I'm on the hunt again. Now this is very cool. My sister gave me this, and it's from our own family photo box. It's from the 60s when you could get black and white or color prints. Fine photo finishing. So I turned it into a pocket. And inside here, I've just put a 1947 book page in here that's all about fashions. This one is from the French Renaissance, which I love. And this pocket here is made from a vintage recipe book page. I love these different kinds of butters and sauces. And down here, look at this, lobster butter. Love it. And same here, more recipes there. And then these two are pages from the front of the book. I wanted them to stay with the book. This was an inscription given. It was finally given in 1884, so it probably sat on the shelf for a couple of years. And then this is also the very first page there. Lots of journaling space on that as well. Really fun clusters, some Chantilly lace there from the 70s. This is beautiful, from about the turn of the century, and that is, of course, the American side falls there. Lovely winter scene. And then in here, I put a journaling card. Those are all antique papers as well. And that is an antique music sheet, vintage children's book page. And I made this tab here out of a piano roll box, player piano roll box. And I just love all the pieces in there. That's the interior of a spine and crochet, and just a piece from a title page. This is a 1970s souvenir napkin, and children's book page down here. Oh, that was Lacey. That big thump, Lacey just knocked down a chair. Thank you, Lacey. Sorry. This is the 1950s. And look at these adorable little children on here for making hand knit clothes for your kids, which we may all be doing soon. A really pretty cluster up here using antique paper butterfly. Another children's book page here. This is a 1952 ledger page, so over 70 years old. And that is a 1950s crochet page. And I love this. I love these negative images where it's reverse white on black. And look at that. So you can journal on the back. Isn't that, I think that could be framed if you knew somebody who likes to train. I love it. I think it's really cool. And this was an old book cover that I turned into a journaling card. This is the book, The Yearling. It was the dust cover, and it's from the 40s. And it's really warm, so I just left it alone. I love how worn it is. But actually, the book underneath it was a journal. Just over a year ago, I turned that one into a journal. Now, it's only 34 years old, so it's not vintage, but it's of a vintage advertisement. So I thought it was really fun, kind of hilarious. Look at that TV. Do you remember? I remember those TVs. Yes, I'm that old. And there is a journaling card on the back, but a research paper, probably done in the 30s or 40s. We're trying to figure that out. And then this is such a cute, cute little page. Look at these little kids, donkeys and horses and ducks. And this is from 1913. It's very sweet page. And there's one of Stacy's Maple Grove dairy receipts. I love them. More vintage journal ledger pages, children's book pages. This is from 1850. And that is one of Hogarth's etchings. I love this. That's from 1927. A watch for $12.50. It's absolutely stunning. So beautiful. Early 1900s here. Look at this beautiful kingfisher. That's a lovely plate there from Nature's Children. And then a 1930s flinch card. That's the number 2. Vintage upholstery fabric. And that is vintage crochet. Take a breath, Laura. You can do this. 1937 student's notebook. And I love the writing, the handwriting, and the care they took in doing the yellow lines with the ruler. Just lovely. And again, there is a 1950s stamp collector's page. This is great. This is from a Theatre World magazine from 1940. And I love the advertisements, all the different things that they would have used in the theaters. Costumes and lighting equipment. Look how beautiful that is. Oh, I just love everything about the font and the color. This is from 1959, children's collection book. You're going to see me use lots of these in the future. I think I had 100 of them. So I love them. They're so colorful, and some child took the care to cut them all out and paste them down, and that's the part I love. And you know how much I love squirrels. I've never seen a flying squirrel, but I would take a trip just to see a flying squirrel. I really would. So if you know where they are, please let me know. Okay, another wonderful plate here, Birds in the Winter. Isn't that pretty? And then this is the Rabbit Who Wanted Red Wings book from the 50s. And you can journal on the back of that as well. Great little pocket here I made out of another vintage doily. And of course, my 1950s Raggedy Ann and Raggedy Andy book page here. And this is really cool. Look at that. That is a school book for older students on banking and office administration. That, I don't know if you can see it, but that is tracing paper from a very old sewing book. I love this cluster here. And then this is from 1922. That is little piggies there. You can journal on the back of that. And a little cat walking away. And this is from, believe it or not, this is from 1896. Song of the Seasons. Beautiful. Look at the children there. Burning the leaves. We can't do that anymore. And then this is beautiful. It actually is quite old. It's about 110 years old. Got ducks there. And then this is really cool. Look at this. So, it's actually vintage, but it shows an advertisement of something much older. Isn't that beautiful? Look at all the different fonts on there. It's fabulous. I love it. You will too. You can actually use that in your journals if you want to cut them up and spread them around. A little bird, cat here, we call a little bird. Spoiler alert, the bird's okay. There's more of that Commerce notebook, more Raggedy Ann and Andy. And that brings us to the last page of the book. So I hope you love it as much as I loved making it. You can get that at hyperstamper.etsy.com. And don't forget to subscribe. Bye for now.